Good morning, it's Saturday the 22nd, I think, and I'm up a bit earlier than I was planning on being. I've got a friend at the bottom of the bed. Ian's out for a meeting today, and he had to get up earlier, and he managed to knock his glass of water over as he got out of bed, so yay. So I'm just catching up with my friend Tracy, watching Knitting on the Float. And I'm knitting on my autumn sock. I've decided today is sock day. Yesterday was pumpkin day. So day one was pumpkins. Oh dear. Day one was pumpkins. Yeah. So this is my sock. And so far, so good. I'm enjoying it. I'm pulling out my pattern because the colour repeats are quite narrow, and if I was to do it at the beginning of each colour repeat, I mean, that bit doesn't look too bad, but it's getting very busy over here where I've got 3. I mean, it doesn't look horrendous, but it is. That bit's really bad. So I'm going to pull out, and I'm going to just knit this in the round. I'm not going to put a pattern on this one. It's such pretty yarn as well. I just don't think it's showing the yarn off to its best advantage. So I'm going to rip this out and start again. Hello everyone, it's Saturday, and I haven't really done anything to the camera. I'm sorry, you are so wonky, aren't you? Let's try that. Oh dear. So, I've had a lovely time with my friend Sally. That's been amazing. She's brought some bits back for me from Rhinebeck, which is also so exciting. Do you know what? Let me go get them. Stay there, hold that thought. So I gave Sally a little bit of money and asked her to buy me a skein, which was exciting. So it's the New York State Sheep and Wool Festival 2022 bag, which is really exciting. And in it I've got a few little bits and pieces. This is a Prezi, which I adore. It's so cute. It's a proper, oh, it's so soft. sheepy pom-pom. It's on a key ring, but I don't think I'm going to put my keys on it. Number one, because it's so cute and soft, I just want to cuddle it. But number two, because Meg drives my car loads, the minute she gets her hands on this, she's going to want it. So I'm going to keep it for myself. Haven't worked out what I'm going to do with it, but I'm keeping it for myself. I've got a knit sticker for my car, which, yep, that will be going on it. This is the skein of yarn that she chose for me. So this is Miss Babs Babette. It's called Defender of the Snacks, and it's her 100% superwash merino. Yummy to play. Oh, look at those colours. So Sally's remit was just choose something I would like. I think we can safely say she's more than nailed it, can't we? It's absolutely gorgeous. So this is going to be going in a shawl, or a cowl, one of the two, probably a shawl. Oh, I just love it. Look at the colours in it, so lovely. So Sally, if you're watching this, thank you. You did such a good job. And the other remit was to buy one that I couldn't get over here, because buying from the States now is very expensive postage wise. So I don't really do it anymore, which is a shame, because I love a lot of their dyers, but I just adore this. Absolutely adore this. So there's that. What else have we got in here? There is a lovely needle cozy, which actually I was going to put on my Stephen West, but in actual fact can go with this skein of yarn, which I will explain in a moment. You will have seen me showing it off already. And then there's a little knitting tag, which is really cute. It says Knitwitch on it. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with that yet, but it's gorgeous. So that's my little haul from Rhinebeck. How exciting is that? So I've never got to go, but I'm so excited that I've got a little haul from Rhinebeck. And yes, again, thank you, Sally, for getting all my little bits for me, and especially this, which I just adore. So that's that. In here, last night we know I decided I wanted to cast on an autumnal sock. By the way, I found the Autumn Ballerina, so I definitely had it. So don't look, I have definitely got it. So that's there. It's now in my self-striping sock yarn drawer, so next time I want to try and knit it, I know where it is. And currently I'm knitting this beautiful yarn, which is Woolly Goodness, and it's her Autumn Rainbow. And if you remember, I was going to do the Mistletoe Kisses pattern. Well, with the Mistletoe Kisses pattern, I wanted to do the pattern each time I changed a colour, so on each one of these, but as it turned out, because they're quite short repeats, there's only like 3 rows, it was too busy. I didn't like it, and then I thought, oh, I'll do it every 2 rows, and then like every 2 colours, and then I was like, I'm never going to remember to do that, and it's just going to end up as a mess. So I've ripped it out and I've started again, and I'm just doing it plain. So I've got a lovely plain vanilla sock on the needles, ready to go. So that will be ideal for things like panto, when I've not got anything to do, which I possibly won't have an awful lot to do tomorrow. So I'm going to take that with me to panto. And then when I was chatting with Sally, we were talking about Christmas socks, and I was pulling out Christmas yarn because I was trying to find my Mr. Bean's gingerbread yarn skein that I've got, but I couldn't find it anywhere. But in pulling things out, this one came out, and I must have had this in stash for about 4 years. It's by Sugar Tots, who I think are Canadian. It's called Penelope, and I just love it, and I do think it's kind of Christmassy without being in your face Christmassy. Now the gingerbread house socks from that I was going to make with Mr. B's yarn was kind of all these colours, the browns and the greens, etc. And I was going to put a pink mini with it. So this has kind of got it all in one skein. I believe it's going to micro stripe, I think, by the looks of it. I'm not a huge fan of micro striping, so we'll have to see how this goes. If I really don't like it, what I might do is alternate the skein and knit from the middle and the edge of the ball. Oh, excuse me. Don't think, is it irritated my nose? But I do love this. I do love this. So I'm going to sit here and wind that up into a ball so I can cast that on as well. Because, you know, why just cast on one pair of socks when you can cast on two? And to do that, I wanted some sock needles free, but I've only got my Licky sock needles, which, don't get me wrong, I do still love. Actually, I might just use them. I was going to take my, because I've got this sock as well, which I've kind of halfway through. I was going to take my Chalgo needles out of that one and replace it with these ones, but I might just use these ones. I can always do that if I decide I want to swap them, can't I? So I might leave that for now. So I'm going to, let's pop those in here. It's going to be a very short vlog, isn't it? I've got 7 minutes of recording that I've done now, so. Magic Genie Sews, Austin, Texas. That's exciting. I really like this. There we go, that one. And then those ones. I did some yarn shopping as well. I have bought Giddy Yarns 12 Days of Christmas to open between Christmas and New Year. That's just gone on her website, so hopefully it should still be there by the time you see this if you want to join me making something between Christmas and New Year. I also shopped the Lay Family Yarn shop update last night, and I've bought the last Squiddle Village mini pack. I think I'm missing November, which I need to check. And I need to go back and buy November if I've forgotten November, so I need to go back and check on that and see whether I've bought it. I can't find any record of it, so I'm assuming I haven't. And I've also bought the 5 skein, so the 20 gram, 20 gram, because it's First Frost, and they're all very similar colours actually to that skein of yarn that Sally bought me. So yeah, it's I was like, oh, I really like that. And then also Hedgerow Yarns had an update of her minis, so I bought some minis from Hedgerow as well. Not that I needed them, but when has ever that been a problem? So yeah, I did some yarn shopping yesterday, which I'm really excited about, and I'm looking forward to those arriving. It'll be nice to have some yarny packages. I don't seem to have bought an awful lot of yarn recently. So I'm going to sit here and watching Designated Survivor. I have watched it before, but it was ages ago, and I just fancied something fairly mindless to watch that isn't going to send me to sleep, because that's a real possibility at the moment. And I'm going to sit here and wind this. I'm going to hand wind it. And wind it into a ball. Oh, it's quite daunting winding up such a precious skein. As I said, it's been in my stash for ages, and as much as I like it in my stash, it's very pretty in my stash, I really should knit it. So I'm going to wind this up and cast it on as well. And I'm getting some progress on my Stephen West. That's my finished side. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these wedges and 4 of the green. And then I am now currently in the middle of a row. I've done 1, 2, 3 of the wedges and 3 of the green. So I've got 1 more green, 2 more wedges to go. So I really want to get on with that. So I'm sitting here doing that tonight. I'm thinking if I can get that done tonight, then I can start the cabling tomorrow. But to be fair, if I'm going to sit here and wind up that yarn, I'm probably not going to get this finished. So I might finish this and then wind up that yarn later if I'm not really tired. Makes sense, doesn't it? So I'm home alone at the moment. Ian's had a meeting and it was to do with ballooning away from home today. So he's been out, he's on his way back and he's bringing me a kebab, which I'm really excited about. I haven't had a kebab in ages. I think I had one in Ireland. I think one night when we were looking for food, the only place we could find was a kebab shop. Can't remember whether I had a kebab that night or whether I had a burger. Might have been a kebab. So I'm looking forward to that. Meg is staying with a friend in London for the weekend. She's back tomorrow morning, which reminds me, I do need to go collect her from the station at some point. Charlie and Reese went to the cinema and now they're out for dinner. Obviously Kate and Dan no longer live here. I haven't seen them at all today either. Last week on Saturday, Nala put in an appearance in the afternoon, didn't she? So I didn't get to sit in the lounge. So this afternoon when Sally went, I've curled up in the lounge and I've got candles on and I've got my lovely, these Cosy Memory blankets are so warm. Even though it's just 4-ply yarn, I've had to take my cardigan off. We've got no heating on in the house. We're trying to eat this out for as long as possible. Seriously, if we could get to the end of October with no heating, that is going to be amazing. And quite an achievement. I think we're the first time we've ever done that. So yeah, I've been curled up under that with my cardigan on. Now my cardigan, this isn't a knit cardigan, this is a shop bought cardigan, but I love it. And I had to take my cardigan off because it was too hot. So actually keeping the door shut does make a huge difference. Sally and I this morning were sitting in the office and it was really warm, and you realise how warm it is when you open the door to go out into the kitchen, which is really cold. The kitchen is freezing. So if you get too hot, you just go out to the kitchen for a few minutes, you'll soon cool down. But yeah, it is quite warm in here with the door shut, so I think the key is to shut the door, if I'm honest. The only problem is in this household, because we never shut doors, the only time you shut the door is if you want some privacy, so people don't come and talk to you because they think that you've got the door shut for a reason. So I've had to put a message out saying, no, my office door is only shut because I'm trying to keep warm. It's not for any other reason. Alright, I've probably bored you enough. And I now have 13 minutes, so at least I'll have something for the vlog tomorrow. I was thinking I wasn't going to have anything at all, so I'm really glad I picked the camera up. I used to sit here and record, didn't I? And I've got so many vlogmases where I've sat on the sofa and chatted to you. And I haven't done it this Vlogtober. And I wish, yeah, kind of wish I'd done it before now. I mean, I think it's just, I'm absolutely ashamed by the amount of stuff there is behind me that needs sorting out, which, you know, it's not good. I do need to get it sorted. I keep moving like the odd thing. You know, my theory being if I do 4 or 5 things each time I get up, eventually it will go. But no, for now I'm going to go back to Designated Survivor and my Stephen West.